mean, obviously, there is a rise of sort of co-living, and obviously with the rise of universities now coming to Dubai in particular, and Abu Dhabi and the Northern Emirates, you're now seeing student accommodation is a growing asset class, and certainly as the city is evolving, where I sort of liken it to a collection of villages that are kind of becoming this metropolis, and it's obviously the coastline is well developed, and now it's kind of moving outwards, and certainly in a southerly direction, towards the Abu Dhabi border. You're going to see a lot more of these concepts coming to the fore, and obviously that inevitably will lead to opportunities for people, living in operating in the hospitality sector, like they saw with branded residences, the kind of subsectors within that, and then looking at student housing, perhaps looking at the wellness, longevity concepts, which are also being sort of well documented and looked at in the region, and then looking at inevitably the sort of retirement piece, elderly living.
Yeah.
The vision, the incredible foresight and the leadership of take the UAE and even some of the neighbouring states, has led to this, what we see today, right? And off the back of that, it's about looking at so we have. Some may argue that the infrastructure is at near capacity now today as we sit, but the investment is coming. The announcements have been made. There is a balancing act to be had in terms of when to click go on a lot of these things. But we know what is planned in terms of the infrastructure. We know what's coming. We know the ambitious growth targets. There is an overwhelmingly young population at the moment, or say a healthy working population, if you like, and that is evolving in itself, because what's happened with things like the Golden Visa Initiative, that now gives people 10-year visas, provides more security. You're able to add more dependents onto your visa if you're a Golden Visa holder. So communities are now seeing 3 generations living together. This is quite an Eastern concept anyway. It was a European concept once upon a time, but then we kind of evolved away. So you got the sort of merging of different sort of traditions and different sort of, I would say, the kind of uniqueness of what happens here in this region and in Europe. So. And they'll pick and choose, what suits, and I think that's where we'll see, sort of the concept of living evolve into, obviously short-term housing, short-term rentals. We're seeing more longer-term stuff. We're seeing the kind of branded residences. We're now seeing, the kind of wellness. We're seeing the kind of multi-family, community-led initiatives, and I'm sure that the student housing sector is going to grow considerably, given what is in the pipeline, as well as the sort of retirement.
Yeah.